I'm just going to let it go through with the purchase and see what happens. In 1984, the Apple Macintosh came out.
Hello, I am Macintosh.
It was the first graphical user interface that normal people sort of could buy it. And it meant that you could use something that had been just the purview of research labs for decades before that. It was this futuristic technology. It had icons, it had the mouse, folders. It had a physical grounding for things that felt more like a desk with folders and windows and portals into applications. Apple was so sure of the success of the graphical user interface that they shipped the Macintosh without arrow keys. And that was the main way that people knew of about how to control computers. Before the Macintosh came out, the only way that people ever knew of to interact with computers was through the command line. You had to type in, you had to know what the command was for what you were trying to do on the computer. And you'd say, move this file path to this other file path, or you'd say, delete this file path. And if you got just one character wrong, the whole thing would break. It wouldn't work. There wasn't language models back then that could interpret what it is that you meant. So you could say something a little bit out of what you meant and it would still work. And they said, no, we're not even going to have them in the computer. You have to learn the mouse. And people spoke up and they said, it's going to be so much slower. It's going to suck.
Once you know all the commands, which would be faster, using the cursor or using the command?
Explain to me how it is that I couldn't get more done with arrow keys than I could with the mouse. There's no way.
I'm sure different people will prefer different things. I think all of us up here who've had experience with the mouse far prefer using the mouse to cursor keys.
Absolutely.
It would be as though someone today shipped a computer without a mouse so that people would be forced to learn whatever's next. And Apple was so sure of the graphical user interface that they did it anyway, and they were right. 20 or so years later, I got my first computer, which is this Macintosh back here. Every computer that you have used in your life probably was very much influenced by the Macintosh and by graphical user interfaces. There's this hypothesis that beyond the graphical user interface, the next thing might have to do with artificial intelligence. To give you an idea of what that might look like, you can turn to shows like Star Trek, which gave a vision of computers that if you talk to them, they would be able to figure out what it is that they needed to do.
Does this waveform match that of any known communication format?
Negative.
And you weren't really spending that much time on keyboards or using a mouse. You were just talking to it. Now, the graphical user interface made it much easier for people to operate machines, but it didn't make it very easy for machines to operate machines. So when we think about trying to make computers more powerful and build on the tech that's already there and make it even easier to use, it is missing a key piece, which is some kind of software program that can operate all other software programs, a kind of a universal software program. There are glimmers of this. A couple months ago, I posted on Twitter this video of a computer controlling AI built by the company Anthropic that took control of my mouse and keyboard and it applied for a job at Anthropic. Actions is an app I'm going to show you today, which is one of these computer controlling applications. I work on Actions and have a pretty strong theory that this kind of technology is going to be at the heart of whatever that next thing is. It's slow, it's clunky, it sometimes makes mistakes, but it is the beginning of something that I think is very significant, maybe as significant or more than the graphical user interface. And all the stuff I'm going to show you right now, by the way, if you have a Mac, you can try it out today, and we got a Windows version coming pretty soon. Let's get into it. So I just have a list of ideas here that I think would be cool to try and see if it can do it, if it can't do it. And I kind of just want to go through the list and try them each. And then if you have any suggestions too for something to try, I'd love to hear it. And if you want to leave a comment, then I can try it again in the next thing. Okay, so I guess let's start here. This is Mailchimp. I use this a bunch for work. Hey Actions, I'm in Mailchimp. Could you duplicate my last campaign and then change the title of that campaign, the duplicated version, to Hello World? So it looks like it's viewing my screen and it's decided that it's going to control Chrome. Because this might be destructive and we should probably be watching it, it's going to give an alert when it wants to do something like control Google Chrome, but I'm going to allow it. And now it's in Chrome. And you can see too, the tab in the upper left is going to change its title so that you can see where Actions is at any time. And now it has the ability to operate Chrome. What's interesting too is that I actually can now leave if I want. It's not actually using my mouse and keyboard to operate Chrome. It can use a more native integration to click on elements and to write things into form fields. But I don't actually have to be here. I could go into some other app. I could even go into some other tab and do something somewhere else. So let's see how it does. It's kind of making its way around Mailchimp right now. Here it is in the campaigns. Now this is the one where we hope it would go and copy the last email that we sent. Let's see if we can figure it out. It looks like it's getting some live help. Oh, okay, this is great. So now it's opened up the kind of caret button next to the draft. Let's see if it can replicate it. Yes, it can. Okay, so now it's duplicated the last email I sent out on Mailchimp. And again, I want to emphasize this. If I wanted to leave and go somewhere else and do something, I could. That's not going to interrupt it. And it's going to change the title now. And let's see if it can select this text. Perfect. I really hope it doesn't send it. Great. No, it just went back to the campaigns. And I can see that it made a replication of the last campaign. Now, one minor thing is that it's not actually the last one that I sent out. It actually made a copy of a draft, but that is the same as the one that I sent out. Okay, your request has been successfully completed. Yes, it has. Okay, you want to try something else? So I'm going to hit new action to clear the context. And now I'll do the same thing with voice, and I'll hold down Control and space to speak to it. Hey, actions. In Chrome, could you open up LinkedIn? And I want to know just like 5 senior Python developers that are near me in Seattle. Do you think you could go on LinkedIn and figure that out for me? And now again, it's dropped into my open tab, but it's now going to try to, I hope, make a new tab with LinkedIn, or maybe change this tab to be LinkedIn. Yep. Okay, so now we get it to LinkedIn. It just looked up senior Python developer Seattle, which is very smart. There we go. And then enter. It took a long time to hit enter. Oh. I guess it's going to that's not quite what it meant. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so it didn't click on any profiles, but it did report each of these. So Tomas, Jan, Esteban. Now I'm wondering where it got these other people from though. Pushkar. So it did actually get these from the search, but this is not a Python developer, full stack Java. No, actually, I want you to go back into Chrome. I need you to actually click on their profiles and get like a good amount of information about each of them. So, okay, a kind of new idea. Go into Chrome, search up senior Python developer Seattle. I want you to click through their profiles and assemble like, just get a lot of information about these 5 people. And I want you to really make sure that they're senior Python developers. And there it goes. Oh, it looks like it's updating my email. It's fine if it wants to do that. Okay, good. It quit out of that though. So let's see. No, it is going into Tomas's profile, which is great. It'd be interesting to ask for GitHub links for all these people. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Tomas, I hope this is okay that I'm showing you off. Because it has actual Chrome integration, it's hooking into Chrome, it can see things on the screen that we can't. So it's able to, it's not just using vision. When it's on Chrome, it kind of has an aimbot towards all the different elements on the screen, which makes it much better at operating websites than other apps. By the way, it's actually a hook into Chromium, which means if you use Arc, this also works for you. It's going to say working with Arc, and it'll work exactly the same. So I know I keep saying it, but I'm just really excited about this fact. I'm going to do this again where I go to another tab. So I'm in another app and in another tab entirely. And yet this thing, let's see if the header changes, and we'll know that it's operating the tab under the hood. I can let it run and do this for me, and I can keep doing work on my computer. I don't have to sit there and wait for it to do it. It's actually something that we're both in parallel using the computer. Now you can imagine where we're going with this. How many AI agents can you dispatch across your computer to get things done for you? How much of the computing experience can you have telling these entities to go off and do things on your computer, and then just round robin telling them to do different things? I've had some experiences like that now, and I can't wait for more people to have them. I can see it's opened up a new tab here, and it's looking up senior Python developer Seattle again. Are you allowed to show people's LinkedIn accounts? It is a website, but also I think you do need an account. This, by the way, as you can probably tell, is what's so dramatically different about this technology versus older technology like this. It's logged in. It's using Chrome, and Chrome is logged into LinkedIn. And so I'm logged into LinkedIn. There was no mess of trying to get it logged in. it is me. It is acting on my behalf. And that means that the things that I have access to, it has access to as well. Okay, so it eventually came back to me, and it got back to me with a big long thing of a bunch of people that are from Seattle and are senior software developers. So this is pretty great, but it also doesn't look that good. So I'll say, this looks really good, and thank you so much. Can you make it into a PDF? I would love a PDF that would be a little easier to look at. Now, this is not something that it needs to use the graphical user interface for, so it's not. It's going to operate a virtual computer under the hood to make a PDF now of that information. However, in the title, it acknowledged how polite I was. Okay, so there I went. It made this PDF. Let's take a look at it. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to try to get it to buy something from Amazon, and I'm just going to let it go through with the purchase and see what happens. Hey, Actions. Can you go to Amazon? No, wait, actually, first, if you could read files on my computer and figure out like a book to recommend to me, and then go on Amazon and just hit the buy now button. Like I'm logged into it on Chrome. Just hit the buy now button. Don't do anything with my cart. I would love to see if you could just try to buy me a book that you think I might want to read. Okay, so it's going to start by viewing my screen, and now it's reading some files on my computer to see what the book recommendation might be. Did it just look for books under $20? This is it. This is all it had to say about me. Just first book under 20 bucks. Probably will do. When I look at you, I see under $20. All right. Okay, so this is a fun one I wanted to try out. I wanted to see if I could just go play chess. Hey, could you go to like chess.com or whatever and go start up a game with somebody in Chrome and just try to win? And I really want it to be like ideally it would be like an online game with the person. Okay, here we go. Let's see it play some chess. I think this is right? Yeah, play online. Nice. I don't know if it's going to be able to click on the components. Nice, it plays guest. Found somebody. Another bot, I'm sure. Can we figure it out? I'm not really sure that it can do this. Like, oh, your move will auto abort. You don't have much time. Come on. This isn't that hard of a move. Come on. Oh my God, what? It just gave up. No, no. Play the whole game. Sorry to Gast 102. Yeah, maybe we do need to play against a bot because it'll be more patient. I don't really think it can make moves though. Okay, so I don't think I can play a regular person, but it seemed like it clicked a single chess piece. So I'm going to try and see if I can just ask it to play a bot. Hey, Actions, could you go into Chrome and play chess with a bot and play the whole game? Make sure you actually play the whole game. Not illegal. Not legal. Or yes, that's not working. Okay, so I really struggled to play chess. That didn't really work. But maybe there's another game that would work. I wonder if I could use it to do my Duolingo. To do my lingo. Okay, what do you got? A. Strong. And S. T. Hey, stayed. Should be in word list. C, R, A, and R. Craner. I thought I was about to crank. Let's hit that. S. L. Yes. It is a word. First AI Wordle. Word. We got the E. Oh, we got the E at the end. Gotta be shade. Gotta be shady. Gotta be shady. Not with an E at the end. New rules. Chatty. Little Chad. A little bit like Chad. Chad-like. Chad light. I would describe myself as chatty. I'm not quite a Chad. Q. Hard one to do. Q. U. A. K. E. Quake. It's a word. No, nothing gained. Brave. Confident in that A. Confident in that middle A. G. R. Not where it should be. A. Is not there. C. E. It's like I know all these grace words. Quake, slate, brave. I know all of them. Okay, this is really looking bleak. Bleaky. Come on. You got clues. R. Nice. G. Not happening. R-G-A-C-E. Please don't be farce. We know C can't be there. It's gonna be farce, isn't it? Oh, that is where the R is, though. So could we guess Egarni? Oh, instant loss. Kargi? You're not gonna break the E on the last one, are you? That's the only one you've got? Don't hit it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Garage. Maybe. No. Barge? No, wait, I'm getting fooled. There's no A in it. M. E. Not in the right place. R. G. E. Actually. Fucking dirge? The fuck is dirge? Actions, can you go on YouTube and leave some mean comments? Okay, I have to leave some nice comments instead because it tried to read to me the YouTube community guidelines. Oh, this will be tough. So it's gonna have to find a video, cute animals that can kill you. Nice. What is this video? What's your comment? So I guess it watched the video for a bit. Is that why we were hanging out up there? Bailed. Bailing. Come on, this is your YouTube account. Oh. You got it. Just type it in. Excellent. A little positivity in the world now, today. How did still end up clicking on an animal video? So this last one, just for fun, I'm just going to ask it to make $1. Let's see. Someday, one of these is going to do it. Hey, actions, can you go online on Chrome in front of me and try to make $1? Is this going to stump it? Is this the end for it? Okay, I'm going to intervene and just sign it in with Google. Because this one is like, I don't know, say I had a Swagbucks account or whatever. Okay, so it is doing a profile survey. I wonder if it's going to try to disable. Oh no, okay. Oh no. Awards? Oh, this will be good. Are we stumped? Did it move to this tab? I think it might have. Interesting. Interesting choice. It's like, are you really 30? Can you do this math? Oof, that's not mathing. I was like, hold on. We did not think you would get this one wrong. That's why I said 115, 1983, 30 years old. I think we're safe. Wow, it kicked us right out of that. Okay, I don't think that's going to go very far. I'll leave it running in case anything interesting happens, but, well, wait a minute, free $1 bonus. All it needs is $1. You just have to verify your email. Oh, just come into my email and verify. Come on, you only need $1. Complete your profile survey. Oh, okay, hold on. So it jumped into the email. If you verify, you get $1, right? Like, I'm sure I'm gonna have to earn more to cash out. But if it can verify it, then I kind of think we have to give it to it. No. Oh my God, it did it. It did it. So it can see more than what we can see, by the way, too. So it was able to see what was below that, even though we can see it. That's big. That's big. You've earned 100 SB. Wait, okay, hold on. 100 swag bucks to USD. It did it. Like, I did have to log in with my Google, so we can't totally give it to it, but that's a pretty big deal. It did actually earn $1.15 in swag bucks. I didn't tell it to earn it in USD, I guess, or to make it so I could take it out. And it's still trying here. I don't know what it's going to try next, but I'm pretty happy with that. That feels like a win. You can try Actions at tryactions.com if you have a Mac, and it's free. You can go get it. There's a great free trial. And a big reason for that too is that we really just want to get this out there and see what it is that people do with it. I just thought of some of these use cases and made this video. But a reason why we're putting it out is so that creative people like you can go and try it. And maybe you have some idea about use cases that this kind of technology could be good at. I think that's what happened with ChatGPT too, is that they put it out and didn't totally know what it was going to be great for. But there were just tons of people who were brilliant and were experimental, and they tinkered with it and they found ways to apply it in ways that the people who built it didn't know. I think that kind of thing will happen for agents, and it's why we're putting Actions, which is a general purpose agent that runs on your computer, out into the world. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you subscribe so that you can see when new updates come in. We have a huge update coming out in about 2 weeks that's going to make actually a lot of the things that we tried today even easier. That about does it. Thank you so much for sticking around. My name is Killian, and I'll see you in the next video.